What happens when you take one of the most reliable EUCs and make it better? This is the Leaperkim Patton-S, one of the latest wheels from Leaperkim, which is an upgraded version of the Patton. Let's check it out. The latest version of this wheel brings some serious upgrades. This includes things like improved suspension with better shock absorption. On top of that as well, a much more smarter BMS for that lovely battery health. And finally, more durability when you take said wheel on larger jumps.
The wheel comes with an awesome top speed of 50 miles an hour, which is 80.5 kilometers per hour, a range of 62 miles, which is 100 kilometers. The motor is rated at 3,000 watts with a peak power of 7,000 watts. It's running on 126 volt, which means you're getting serious performance out of this wheel, and is proven worthy since it came from the last wheel also at 126 volts. Weight wise, it comes in at 36.5 kilos. It's lighter than the previous model, but it's still on the heavier side. Then again, it's also built for more stability than portability. You've got a 16-inch tyre and 80 millimeters of suspension travel with tunable settings, so you can really dial it down to your riding style. Now, for the design, it's got that classic black Leaperkim look. The handle is slimmer and more ergonomic, which makes it even easier to maneuver. The new spike pedals are a solid upgrade from the original Patton, with much better grip. And now it comes with a pedal management software, so you can now adjust the pedal hardness anywhere from 0 to 100%. Overall, it's powerful, it's stable, and it's packed with useful upgrades.
The ride itself is noticeably comfier now due to the brand new shock absorption that the actual wheel has. On top of that as well, the best thing about it is the fact that it smooths out rough terrain and makes it feel like butter. The wheels also include a brand new progressive spring, which adapts to how you're riding. With the springs, there's 62-pound spring, 66-pound spring, and 70-pound spring. The higher you get, the more heavier the rider is supposed to be, but also adds more preload. And as per usual Leaperkim fashion, they name all their wheels after tanks. So named after a tank, it's built like a tank. You can put these wheels through pretty much anything, especially with this wheel in particular. The fact that it's now been built with extra ways to be super reliable, super durable. Throw it down a mountain and I guarantee you'll be able to get back on it and ride off. And probably my favorite feature, which is such a small minor change but makes such a big difference, is they have added a handle to the chargeable cover. So whether you had a Lynx or a Sherman L or the original Patton, you'd understand the pain that I'm going through here. Trying to get the chargeable cover off, I don't have nails, you see, so it's very hard for me to do it. You just have a handle, you just pull it off, nice and easy. Squish it back on, nice and easy. Makes your life 100 times easier, especially after a long ride. You just want to get home and charge your wheel. Let's talk performance. This wheel, already, like all Leaperkim wheels, is like no other. With amazing acceleration, just super nice torque. It just gets to top speed really quickly. On top of that as well, the overall comfortability of it is just fantastic. Whether you're riding along a flat pane of grass, on trails, or anywhere else, it will give you the same performance as you may be used to with a Lynx or a Sherman L. Compared to the previous wheel, this now has a smart BMS, which means you can now track all of your cells and make sure that your battery health is A-OK. The headlight is also brighter, which is always a good bonus. And finally, it now has the latest version of Leaperkim software, which means it has acceleration assist. So if you're like me and you like the idea of it giving you an extra boost when you're accelerating, then I highly recommend you try it, because this wheel feels fantastic, especially with the small size tyre. Okay, so now we've got all the specs and a bit of riding out of the way. Let's ask the riders what they actually think of the wheel, whether they think it's fun, fast, and well, worth it.
Hey guys, it's Ryan here, mechanic from Escooter Clinics, and today we're riding the Patton-S, giving a little review, see what we think. Yeah, so wheel's good, 16 inch, so very nimble. You can chuck it about left, right, bring it up with you. It's not got that momentum that a 20 inch does, so when you lean, it just immediately goes with you. There's no like waiting for it to tip in. Lovely tire, same as on the V14 and the Begode Extreme. We got 126 volts, so plenty of power. 80 mil of progressive suspension travel, which is an upgrade from the standard Patton that had 80 mil of linear travel, meaning that the top of this is going to be softer, but it gets progressively stiffer the further down in the travel you go to sort of help you stop bottoming out. It does come with the blocks to lock your front foot in, but we removed them and put some kinetic power knobs on. Stock pedals, really good. Inbuilt spikes, brilliant headlight, good tail light. nice and compact, you can pick it up, one hand even. It's a very good, like it's up there in terms of the best off-roading wheels. Like you can just go through trails, no issues. It's gonna grip, it's gonna eat up all the bumps. However, the 80mm suspension means the biggest of jumps you still won't be able to do without bottoming out, but the progressive suspension is trying to help combat that. So jumping off curbs, stuff like that, feels like you're on a cloud. So in terms of who I would recommend this wheel to, I would recommend it as a lovely secondary wheel. So if you've got a big long range wheel, but you want something you can go do your off-roading, go cruise through the city, isn't a big 60kg box, this is lovely for that. I'd also recommend it to first-time riders. Like I said, it's nice and light. It's not gonna chuck you off balance too much. You'll be able to get the feel of how an EUC should feel. It's got all the safety aspects that Leaperkim has come to be known for, such as sensorless riding mode, meaning if your hall sensors go on your motor, you'll be able to keep riding, not just get face planted. Yeah, other than that, brilliant wheel.
So there you have it. Overall, the Patton-S is just a much more better, stronger, smarter, and overall a fantastic wheel to get. Whether you're a beginner, a pro, or you might just have the previous Patton and you just want a little bit upgrade, but something just a little bit better than you already had, this is definitely the wheel for you. If you guys are interested in the Patton-S or any other unicycle that we currently have available on our website, then please come check us out in the stores or online. If you'd like to try the Patton-S, then please call us and book in your test day. This is Billy from Escooter Clinic. We hope you enjoyed the video and we'll see you guys in the next one. Peace.